Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Diego Dario. And in tonight's game plan, we'll put the spotlight on the Queens of Volleyball for our PVL Team of the Week feature.
And we'll take a look at the blockbuster trades at the end of that deadline that shook up the NBA world. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. All right, we're just 1 week, 3 play dates into the PVL All-Filipino Conference, but we've already witnessed an exciting mix of new faces and veterans on quest for redemption. Now, to reveal our PVL Team of the Week, we have with us volleyball analyst Neil Flores. Neil, good evening, and thanks for joining us.
Hi, Neil.
Good evening, Boom. Hi, Diego. Thanks for having me.
Oh, as always, we love it. And we want to clarify to those who are watching, when we say PVL Team of the Week, we're talking about Neil's list and not PVL as the league.
So not the official list.
Not the official list.
Yeah, Neil, before we go to your list for the Team of the Week, a quick reaction to the game yesterday between Petrogas and Chocomucho.
Oh, it was a crazy game. I covered that game with Eric Tepan, and tension was very high in the Phil Oil, Eco Oil arena. It was a good match. I mean, 2 new systems, 2 new head coaches. But in yesterday's game, I feel like yung Petrogas lang talaga yung nag-click together as a team. They followed the system well. They implemented it better. So they got that win.
All right. Well, speaking of Petrogas, let's talk about the first person on your list. And boy, did she. It was a vintage performance last night. I know we say that every now and then, and we don't see it every time. But when your first girl is on, she's on. Who is she?
Well, the first one is Aiza Maizo Pontillas on my list. And I was covering her when we were analyzing the gameplay of the Petrogas Angels. I was literally having goosebumps every time she scored a point. Parang she turned back time talaga eh.
Yep.
And she's been playing in the commercial league since 2010. So many years already for this veteran, and every time she goes on the court, paminsan she's very soft-spoken, hindi mo mararamdaman yung presence niya. But there would be some games that she would just take on that top scorer reign, and napakataas yung naging efficiency nung delivery ni Aiza Maiza Pontillas from the right wing. And she was the reason why they were able to come back in set number 1. And after that comeback win, they also took set number 2 and 3 to deal Chocomucho a straight set loss.
All right, just to follow up on that, 19 points on 18 attacks, 14 excellent digs, and in a highly emotional game, Neil, and I'm sure you will agree, she was the one who really was super composed and poker-faced throughout the game.
Oh, that's right. I mean, kung opensa naman si Aiza Maiza, your second player on the list, depensa naman from the same team, Petrogas. Who is she, Neil?
Second player that I chose was Remy Palma. When you are on the receiving end of that rotation, you would most probably need 4 touches, diba? Aside from the digging, the setting, and the attacking, it's all about getting a good rebound. And aside from the kill blocks na nagawa ni Remy Palma yesterday, she had a lot of rebounds na napabagal ng bola. That's why it was easier for Janelle Cheng to actually run their combination plays. She outplayed Dina Wong in that setting possession. A lot of low, fast C sets, not just in the left pin, but also dun sa side ni Aiza Maizo Pontillas. And then from time to time, she would also utilize yung mga short slide ni Des Clemente, a quick power tips ni Remy Palma. So I would say that it was a huge factor na they outblocked Chocomucho yesterday.
Veterans really stepped up in that match yesterday. I was talking to Ayel and our good friends Ayel and Melatuna. I was saying how I'm interested to see this Coach O dynamic with veteran players this time. And they're 1-1 so far here in the conference. Let's move on to the team that is 2-0. And they are blazing through those 2 games. And they are the head of the snake of that offense, Gia De Guzman. 27 excellent sets in the first, 25 in the second, Neil.
Gia will always be the gold standard when you cut the setter's position. That's why they're very dominant right now after the first 2 outings. And yung unang dalawang kalaban nila, these are no pushover teams. the Signal HD Spikers in straight sets, Petrogas Angels also in straight sets. And without Eliza Valdez in the fold, sa ngayon for them, it will be a question of paano i-utilize ni Gia de Guzman yung attackers niya. But seems like they don't have any problem even if they don't have Eliza Valdez there. They were able to make small adjustments, moving some pieces like Tots Carlos to that outside pin, Michelle Gumabao in that right pin, back to her normal self. But again, ang maganda kay Gia, even if they don't have perfect passes at times, you would also notice that with Creamline, napapaganda niya yung bola, and it's always easy for the attackers to just convert on the offense.
That has been her trademark since Ateneo. I want to ask real quick, your quick thoughts. Do you think they're playing faster even this conference after 2 games? That's like the general observation of our friend analysts.
Yeah, I do have to agree. They're playing at a different level. I've heard, and I think I also saw on social media that they had a joint session with the NU Bulldogs, yung women's team nila. And we know that NU also plays very fast type of volleyball. Cams Lamina, a future star in the PVL for sure. So I feel like Gia is also learning from the young ones na meron siyang mga tricks and tips na nakukuha from the different generations in the UAAP right now.
Now, for your next player on the list, Neil, for your libero position, tapos na tayo sa opposite hitter, middle blocker, and setter. Who did you pick for the libero for your team of the week?
This was an easy one for me. It was Doc Macandili. They came back. PLDT was raring to get that 5-set win against the Cargo Movers. And itong F2, this was a team na laging malakasing depensa. I don't feel that they have any problems there because Don Macandili would always have a field day in manning that court. And it showed. He had 30 plus excellent digs in that game against the high-speed hitters. And now, I would say na meron na siyang katandem in the offense. And ito lang talaga yung nagkukulang for F2 in the past few conferences. With the acquisition of Myla Pablo, mas gagaan ngayon yung responsibility ni Don Macandili kasi she will have that confidence na pag naiangat niya yung bola, Kim Fajardo would set it to their highest percentage attacker, Myla Pablo.
Well, let's talk about her. The first 2 sets were incredible for F2. Obviously, they won those 2 sets. They lost the next 2 sets, but won an exciting 5th set. Myla Pablo was great. Tamang-tama, no Kalemao, no Lindsay Stalzer. It was a perfect debut.
Yeah, it was siguro the biggest acquisition for any PVL team this conference. Yun lang yung kulang ng F2 Logistics eh. That one player who has that one kill, one stop mindset every single time. And she made it rain. A lot of attacks from Myla Pablo. She was very deadly in the backcourt, but she was also playing smart. So it wasn't all power for her with the Cargo Movers. Siguro konting tweaking pa with the connection with Kim Fajardo. But for that first game, I would say na parang ang tagal niya na with the Cargo Movers. And she feels at home.
Looked like it. Yeah, you're right, Neil.
And Neil, thank you so much for giving us your takes. 1 week pa lang sa PVL.
Yeah.
We've been having so much amazing action. Thank you, Neil.
Thank you, Neil.
Thank you so much.
And if you want to catch that action, the Premier Volleyball League is live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Catch the games on One Sports Plus, Signal Play, and the Smart Live Stream app.